Good morning. I hope you slept well. I hope you're doing okay this morning. My name's David. I can't tell you my surname immediately because the algorithm doesn't like swear words, so I can neither tell you my name nor the name of the show within the first minute. I'll use this time to give you some gentle encouragement and then explain the format of the show. If you haven't got out of bed yet, I highly recommend it. It's pretty good. I hope you get out of bed and then try and have some fiber, I reckon, just so that you can keep yourself regular. It gets more and more important to have fiber as you get on in life. On this show, I ask comedians about their morning routines. We as comedians do our job at night, and so I want to know if every other comedian is coping as badly with mornings as I am. I also want to know about their expertise, so I asked them about that as well. My guest for this episode is the hilarious Sunjai Arif. Sunjai won the Bath New Act competition the year after Joe Lycett won it. He's also supported Tom Green on his European tour. He's one of my favourite silly people, and he's also a Zelda expert. Ooh, very exciting. My name is David Hoare, and welcome to Waking Up With A Hoare.
Waking up with a whore. Waking up with a whore. Waking up with a whore.
Okay, so they're gonna be waking up. So just bear that in mind.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I'd like genuinely.
You
'cause I
don't know.
told you.
So you know when you're waking up,
Yeah.
what do you don't want like a full frontal assault of like swear words and naughtiness?
Oh, I see. Well, I quite like construction noises. You know, like the ambient noises to get to sleep, like a train, like.
Is that
or
how you
like-
get to sleep?
Yeah, or like rain noise,
Yeah.
or like I quite like the sound of hoovering, but there isn't any of that I can find on Alexa or anything. But in the morning, I want like
your own.
Yeah, maybe I should do that. That's a good idea. I didn't even think of it. There's so full of good ideas. I like this. But then when it will fall down is that I just won't do it.
Okay.
I'll either instantly forget it after this, or if I write it down, I'll just never get round
You
to
can
it.
commission me. We'll chat after.
But it's a good idea. Oh, you could do an album of hoovering noise and all different hoovers. I love all that. They sound so different. Have you noticed
like
this?
a hand hoover versus
like the Dyson and the Shark and then like a Henry. I wonder if I could identify a Henry the Hoover just from sound alone.
Do you reckon you could identify all the different ones?
I don't think I could, but I'd like to try it.
I sort of hate Henry Hoovers.
Oh, why is it?
Because my first job was in a kids' activity centre, so I was just cleaning up crumbs all the time from like just parties where just everything gone everywhere. And you'd be trying, the suction on Henry Hoovers is rubbish, and then it would get stuck on a table. So if you're trying to like drag it around, it gets stuck on a table, and you turn around, and Henry sat there like, "Oh, what am I like?" Oh, just constantly like, that's a chair leg. Just constantly like, "Oh,
I'm such a character. You can't take me anywhere."
Just absolutely useless. Yeah.
It's your one job, Henry.
And he sucks.
But I like the opposite for waking up. The opposite of ambient. I just want like construction noises and seagulls screeching.
Okay.
Like quite. I used to wake up a lot to The Prodigy. I liked having.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it would just sort of. Otherwise, I wouldn't get out of bed.
My friend had his alarm clock as Meshuggah, the Swedish technical death metal band that have like 8-string guitars and sing about cloning and stuff. So he'd wake up to like, and he had that like, do you remember the indestructible what's the Diggers? The not JVC. JCB phone, like the yellow JCB phone that was like indestructible.
Oh, yeah.
So it was twice as loud because it was made for construction sites. He didn't work in construction. He was just a destructive man.
Yeah,
He had this indestructible phone, and then eventually he broke that, which is quite impressive.
That is impressive. I feel like I want to see him set on a Nokia 3330. Let's see if he can do that. Be the strongest man alive.
Oh, maybe we should enter him into Strongest Man Alive.
Okay.
Is that what it's called? Anyway.
No, I don't know. Is it called that? It's just called World's
It's
Strongest
World's
Man.
Strongest
isn't it?
Man.
Yeah.
Strongest Man Alive seems really like a lot more.
That sounds like a
tense.
more exciting program, and I think I would like to start that franchise.
Well,
Strongest Man Alive.
World's Strongest Man implies you're the strongest man on the planet. Strongest Man Alive implies that you could kill somebody else to get
Yes.
the crown.
Or like it's when people don't survive their own like trying stunts and stuff. It's like, and categories would be like eating the hottest curry and jumping off the highest cliff into water and not checking first. So you might not be jumping into water. That kind of thing. Like
That just
semi-Darwin Awards.
World's haphazardous man.
Yeah, that's what I assume strength is. Being haphazard.
That's
and
speaks
reckless.
volumes about who you are as a person.
Yeah. I put recklessness and strength next to each other. Like, on parallel. Yeah. I live my life.
Can you tell the story of the time you had fireworks at your house?
Oh, there have been many. Many firework incidences. I'm searching my brain.
The one where you said that you just thought that the like distance for like how far away you should be from the fireworks was a suggestion rather than
Yes. Oh yeah, that has started something in my children where they now prefer, because when I was growing up I used to hate those. I don't know if you're familiar with them, like the multi-pack kit, like firework sets that are all just like little fountains, like little gentle fountains and stuff, and there's loads of them. I used to hate it because my dad would buy that. I'm so ungrateful. He'd buy that, and then it would take him like 5 minutes to light each one. So you'd wait for all this build up, and then it'd just be like a sport. And I was like, this is boring. I want loud, massive explosions. So that is what I decided to give as a gift to my children.
Yeah.
Chaotic, dangerous firework displays. And they now are like, Daddy, can we just have the little fountains? Can you just buy the safe ones, please?
And what you've given your children is trauma.
Yes, I have given them trauma, fear. Oh dear. But yeah, I bought so that story is I bought a bunch of fireworks, and I think all of them said on them, you've got to be a minimum of 5 meters away or something for these fireworks. And I was like, okay, my garden's only 3 meters, but I can get away with that. That's 5%. Yes, it's over half. Like just over
2 meters, shmoo meters.
Yeah, 2 meters, shmoo meters. But one of them said you've got to be 25 meters away, and I was like, how can all these other fireworks be 5 meters and this one is 25? That's just a typo. It must mean 25 feet or something. Like this like it's a translation issue or something, because they were all like Chinese on the back of the anyway. And it completely lit up the garden and set fire to the face. It was a Catherine wheel as well, so it went for ages and it's just throwing sparks everywhere. And I was like, how can a Catherine wheel? How could you possibly have to be 25 meters away from a Catherine wheel? It just spins and does a few sparks, and it was vicious. Set light to everything. Very safe. I had a bucket of water, so it was all right, and I had the hose hooked up. But the children were inside watching from the window. I was in the garden, pretending it was okay.
I'm going to sell this footage to the fireworks safety people for November.
Yeah. Well, no, because it all turned out all right. So I think it will give people the wrong message. They'll just think it's fine because I survived. I still got my eyebrows. I lived. I've got we have a mutual friend actually that I don't want to name drop without their permission, but they regularly, if we ever criticize him for doing something dangerous, his answer is regularly, well, I've done it so many times and I haven't died yet, so it must be safe. That's his answer to the majority of things. That's why he never drives on car shares anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to try and remember to ask you who that is.
Yeah, I'll tell you later, but I don't want to do it on recording. It's not fair.
Yeah. So, Sunjay, are you a morning person?
No, not really. That's why I need all the loud noises, because I have to make bed an uncomfortable place.
I'm sick of morning people. I'm sick of them.
What
I think they need... What?
Was that like a celebratory?
Yeah, you're not a morning person.
I thought that was a punishment noise.
Oh no, if you are a morning person, you
Get over yourself.
Oh yeah,
You're
yeah.
not. You know.
I don't dislike morning people. I guess I'm a bit jealous of them, but
Well, you know, there are people that I love that are morning people, but that's not why I love them. And I'm sick of them having this moral superiority because they can get out of bed.
But I guess are you for this series? Will it almost exclusively be comedians?
I have some musicians in mind I want to ask, but
because I can't imagine any comedians being morning people unless they're lying.
there's a
Like, just
few,
flat out.
and I'm gonna weed them out.
But do you think they're telling the truth? Do you think they're lying to themselves? Like, oh, I'm a morning person, just to like pretend this functionality. Like,
Well, the other thing I was thinking is that several people are going to have kids, but you also have kids, and they're going to be like, "Well, I wasn't a morning person until I have kids, and then this." But
I'm still not a morning person. It's just something I have to do. I'm so
are you
tired.
are you good at getting out of bed?
No.
How
Very
long?
bad.
How long does it take you from waking up to? Well, good question.
Yeah.
What is your alarm? Do you have an alarm? Do you have an alarm system?
Yes, my wife waking up and telling me I should get up. Is my
Do you have any
general alarm system?
Alarms that aren't sentient?
Well, oh gosh, I think she gets up at like 6:30 or maybe 6. She gets
Get
up.
over yourself.
Yeah, but for her job, so she is a childminder. She's a childminder.
Get over yourself.
Boo! Oh god, kids. So yes, so she gets up, and that will wake me up generally. Sometimes it doesn't. If it wakes me up, then I will like stir and start.
Does your wife?
It takes me minimum half an hour to get out of bed from awakening. Minimum.
Do the people in your life come into the room whilst you're trying to wake up and get out of bed and tell you exceedingly important information that you can't retain because you're trying to wake up?
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Have you managed to convey to them that that's not wise for them? It's not on us.
It's been a constant.
We didn't retain information in the same way that if they were going to sleep and I walked in and told them vital information.
It's a constant back and forth. I think where we're at with that now is that she needs to info dump. So she has a need, which is to info dump. Yeah. But can also understand I'm not going to retain any of it, and that she will have to tell me again. So like that's where we are. So
that's
I'm
communication.
Not like,
that's good.
Yeah, I'm not like don't tell me, because she needs to get it out. But also she's not like, well, I've told him. So
well, this is it. It's like I've had these conversations with people my entire life. Are like, well, I told you, and I was like, cool. I was still sort of semi-dreaming that I was being like chased through the jungle by a lion.
Yeah, sometimes this is like this is regularly sort of happens, and I'm always surprised it's not a bigger argument than it is. But, my wife will tell me quite often, anytime, and go, "I told you this," and I will go, "That doesn't matter." Like I'm I was like, so what? This is. You need to tell me now. Like, there's no way I will have remembered it. And it's so rude of me.
Yeah, but it is, but it's also
true.
Like you weren't able to retain that information.
Yeah. So the best is sometimes I go, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm sorry, but there's no way I would have remembered that.
You sometimes say you're sorry.
But because mostly it's just I just go, oh no, yeah, well that doesn't matter. Tell me now. Like I'm like, don't waste time on telling me you've already told me. You need to waste time on telling me again. Like,
God,
bad person.
No, you're terrific. I love you. What do you have? What do you tend to have for breakfast?
What today? I had a massive breakfast today. I don't know why I had such a big breakfast, but I had toast and a hot cross bun and a bowl of cereal and a coffee, which is a big breakfast. Normally I will have one of those things.
Yeah, I'm assuming hot cross bun because at time of recording it's encroaching on Easter.
Yeah, it's coming up, and there was one in the kitchen, and I was like, I love that.
Less important that the resurrection of the Lord,
Yeah,
and more important that there just was one in the kitchen.
My breakfast is very rarely planned. It is a scavenger hunt for what there is, and
Right.
There are things I like and gravitate towards, but then they'll run out, and I will forget to get more or forget to write. We have a whiteboard on the fridge for writing down things to order.
Mm-hmm.
I regularly don't look at it when
I feel like now might be a really good time to establish, in case we hadn't established, people who are aware of me might be aware that I mention quite often that I have ADHD. And part of the reason I'm aware I have ADHD is because I had a conversation with a mutual friend of Sunjai and I's, and she had basically spent the first 20 minutes chatting to me, telling me information about her day, followed by because I've got ADHD and I do all those things. I told Sunjai this and he went, "Oh, I've got it." And then you and Pierre Novelli proceeded to stand over me at a gig and just ask me questions until both you went, "We reckon you've got ADHD." And then Sunjai helped me go through the right to choose system to get me a diagnosis. And now I have medication and Sunjai doesn't.
No, I don't. I've done the. Oh, I had that rare thing which has not worked out for me, where I didn't do right to choose myself. My GP told me.
Oh yeah, you said you had the form in your pocket to do right to choose, and before you'd forgotten to give them the form, and then they said,
"Bring it up."
Yeah,
because I went in for something else.
But
I had a similar thing where it's a mutual friend of us, a mutual friend's wife told me that I probably had ADHD, and I think handed me a form because she knew I wouldn't print it out.
That mutual friend's wife I know her as well, and she's like, I'll mention that you helped me get diagnosed with ADHD, and she'll go, I did that for you because of like the chain of command. And all
that. Because even when you told me I was talking to someone and they were saying this, I was thinking, oh, that's not how I remember it. I remember being at a gig with you and whatever. So yeah, she wants claim for it. She's been going around diagnosing tons of comedians.
Well, like Oprah Winfrey giving out cars. You've got ADHD.
You've got...
and you look under your seat. You've got ADHD.
You've got ADHD too. Yeah. So yeah, she gave me a form, and I was going to the GP anyway for something, I can't remember what, and I forgot to bring it up, and the GP was like, I think a lot of these problems you have might be ADHD. Shall I refer you? And I was like, oh yeah, that'd be great. And then
you said, here's a letter.
Yeah, I didn't even get it out.
Forget that you had the letter when he said that.
I forgot I had it in my pocket. I forgot I was going to bring it up. I forgot. Yeah, everything.
That's incredible. Well done.
You know what? I think I genuinely went in because of memory problems.
Nice.
Like I think I was like I've always had memory problems, and they've gotten worse. And
how long has this been going on for? I can't remember.
Yeah, lovely. And I had like tests. I had like brain scan and everything. Oh, my mum's ringing me. I'm just gonna.
WUWAH.
Bye. So that was my mum replying to something I had asked her about, and
great.
Forgotten.
I won't include the phone call, but I will point out the fact that you were saying you went to the doctor for memory loss, not for lack of memory, and then your mum, you said, "I'll ring you later this afternoon." Oh no, wait, I'll forget to do that, and your mum going, "Don't worry, I'll ring you later." So
That's.
I think this is communicating your needs to people is so important. And it's
Yeah,
like,
it
I
is
cannot be
important.
woken up in the morning and be told information straight away. And I cannot retain this information. And it's not malicious. I just won't be able to do it. And having the people in your life know that means that they can sort of, their needs can be met if they're not expecting you to do it in just the way that they
Their
would
way.
like it to be done. It will get done if you can work with the person.
Yes, I agree. As you were telling me that, I wrote down ring mum because I will read that and do that. Because I think a lot of the times I don't want it to be an excuse. I just go, oh, I'm not going to remember that, so it's not on me. Because as you were saying that, I was like, oh, I could put a system in place now to remember that, which is writing it down. But if I hadn't written it down, I would never.
There's an ADHD trait of everybody I know that I don't think has been written about. So let's establish this. Dr. Hoare here. Everybody with ADHD comes up with a new system every 1 to 2 weeks, and then that's novelty. And they don't establish that it's novelty, but that it works for a couple of days, and then it doesn't work for a few days, and you work against it, and then you go, oh, I never wanted that system anyway. And then you do a new system. You're like, this is the system that will work for forever. And then 4 days later, it stops working. And then 3 days after that, you do a new system. And that is all ADHD people.
Yeah, I've never, because so my wife reads a lot of books like
Nerd!
I know. So that's my fault. I'm empowering women too much, letting them read.
Is that a symptom of ADHD?
Letting them read.
Women.
But yeah, they're always talking about system. Never talk about how they're always talk about putting a system in place forever, and never talk about how that system needs to change. And because that's constant. Like I was saying, I've started a new system this week, and it's worked for 2 days.
Yeah, I listened to you say that earlier. Huge brag. My therapist, I'm in therapy, was like, well, maybe you just need novelty every couple of weeks. And I was like, because at that point I was like, but I just want a system that will work forever and I don't want to think about it anymore. And she's like, no, you need to find a bit of novelty every 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay. And as soon as this is the thing, is like, if you can work with yourself and the others can work with you, like if your parameters are guidelines rather than barriers, then you can get stuff done. Oh,
this is going to be is it video based, Jen? I know we're recording it, but
it'll be on the YouTubes.
This is an old one. This is the chore tick off thing. I don't use that anymore. That one.
Oh, I wonder if I've got any failed organizational systems within reach.
This is another one. The master list. I'm moving it quickly because I don't want you to read all the things.
Yeah.
But it's color coded.
Get hemorrhoids removed.
Having different things assigned to different colors. And I do the colors at different points in the day. That's an old one. That's gone. This is the current one. It's days of the week.
Oh, that's good.
But this one, what's it called? What I meant to do in the day is written down on Monday, and then that goes across all the days. So I only did that for 2 days, and those are just the failed ones.
We're recording this on a Friday.
This is Friday.
For 2 days, and then 3 days not. That's fair.
3 days it did not work.
Well, if you establish you need that novelty.
But the
then
issue
you can
is
sort of make minor increments. I'm imagining the colors on one of them was a real like, oh, this one's colorful, so it'll definitely work.
I do like colors. But another thing is I very rarely come up with these systems on my own. It's my wife, and she puts in quite a lot of effort into thinking, right, what didn't work last time? Let's try this. And then I think it's very difficult for her to see them not working.
I don't want to say this sentence too bluntly, but tell your wife that the novelty and it's just minor increments. Right underneath this. Ring mum, tell wife. Tell wife novelty.
I'm gonna write novelty as a thing. I'll know what that is. And then if I leave it too long, I will be like, what is this? No, novelty is a thing. And I'll go to my wife and be like,
you're gonna ring your mum and go,
novelty is
a thing. And she'll be like, yes, dear. Yeah. So you said you have coffee with breakfast today. Are you having coffee? Is that your morning drink?
Yeah, I try and limit. I try not to have too much caffeine because then I don't see the effect of it as
Right.
much. So I try to limit myself to one very strong black coffee in the morning, which is getting stronger and stronger every day. So I'm like, well, I'm only gonna have one of these. So to get me going. But then I will, if I'm gigging, I have found that my stage performance is so much better if I have a coffee or like a can of Coke or something.
Sure.
20 minutes, half an hour before going on stage. It makes such a massive difference. And then I won't sleep and ruin the next day. So
Good.
yeah, which is how it works. And I had an extra one. I've got one now. I've finished it now because I was feeling a bit
I'm just finishing mine off.
tired.
Yeah.
But then I saw your face. I didn't need the coffee. You were my drug. Lovely little
Before I
David
press
face.
record, Sunjay spent about 10 minutes just telling me how much my face invigorated him.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What a
Maybe I
lovely...
just need a picture of you to keep.
Yeah, we can get you a framed photo of me.
As I said it, I knew it wouldn't work. It needs to be.
I don't want your wife to sound like a villain in this podcast, but would your wife allow to have a framed picture of me in the house?
I think she'd love it. I think one of the things I did a podcast about my wife once. Not the podcast. I was a guest on a. I was a guest on a.
Was it by Bernard Manning?
Yeah.
My wife podcast.
My wife, take my
sorry,
wife.
the Borat podcast.
Yeah. No, it was an ND podcast, and they get neurodivergent people on to talk about different things in their life. And I obviously had not thought of a subject. I was like, I'll talk about anything you want. And they said, oh, well, loads of people. No, we haven't actually had anyone on who's married or talked about who's talked about relationships or anything. Because I think everyone who knows me really well does not understand how I am married, like, and how
I love you, and I remember finding out that you had kids and a wife, and I was a bit like,
does it?
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't make
sense.
But
I've met your kids and your wife, and they're fantastic, and I feel like you are also fantastic. And it's that I've got a bit about this in my set, but it's like there's a yin yang element to relationships where basically, like, my girlfriend is organized, good with finances and tidy, and I am the fun one.
Well, I think that was the thing on this podcast. Both the interviewers were like, knew that about me. They were like, "Oh my, you're married. That's weird. Let's talk about that." And
that's weird.
It was kind of the first time I really thought about it from that like ND aspect.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I was like, I don't know what she gets out of this. I don't understand it. And also, so many of people commenting on the episode and like interacting were just like, he's weaponizing incompetence, like literally saying I was abusive to keep this to keep this
jokingly weaponize incompetence. I've seen that happen.
I jokingly weaponize it, yeah. But
the thing is, Sunjay, I had this with my relationship as well. You're wonderful, and I would spend.
Nice. Thank you. I'll try not to let it go to my head. I didn't actually take that in. I won't do it.
That's fine.
I've got a barrier up.
I can see why somebody would want to marry you for sure, because you're like the most amount of fun to be around. But
that's nice to hear.
It's just like that is great, but also life needs to happen. Other things need to happen, and so you just need to be herded a bit. But like once you're herded into the space, you can then be wonderful in that space.
We have talked about it. We like my wife and I have talked about this, and I think when it comes to the crunch, the real thing is like emergencies I can deal with, and she can just fall apart at anything, and that is a real need that I feel at least, like anything like the car breaking down or boiler exploding or anything like that, she'll cease to function. And I'm like,
I'm going to not let my girlfriend listen to this, because also in emergencies I crumble and she deals with it.
You crumble. Oh, brilliant.
I sometimes go into what I call mission mode,
Yeah.
and we'll get stuff done. But
I think that's what it is. It's like the it's not like that I'm super cool or calm or anything. I think it's I don't acknowledge what a problem it is, so it doesn't stress me as much as it's stressing her, and then I can sort of hyper focus on got to find a plumber that's gonna come out on a Sunday and not cost £20,000.
right when you've got like a focus point and you
Yeah.
and it's all doable and manageable,
And I don't have to
think
think
when
about
there's
anything else. It's just
too
that
many
fast.
variables. Yeah, sure, got ya.
So that I think that's my role. It's just like an emergency break glass kit on the wall. That's what I am. That
I've just realised that the way we got to this point where finding out that you're good in emergencies is because I asked you if you drink coffee.
yeah, that's coffee.
I'm also only 4 questions in out of a few, and we're all about reaching where I thought this would be a full length.
Yeah,
which is hilarious. You're
think-
fine.
Because
What is it? I'm having a nice time chatting.
Is this pilot? Is this first episode?
Yeah,
What
this is the first one.
Oh, first one. Oh, lovely. Yeah. Well, I think. Is there anyone more chaotic? I mean, I can think of some people
Then you.
who are more chaotic. Yeah.
Yeah, my next guest is. I was about to say someone. We're going to keep it light. I'm not going to name key political figures. It's a morning. People are waking up. Do you have a morning routine?
I have. Yeah, kind of. So like the changing ones, I will always have one that I try and aim. So things that always
or stuff you would like to include that you
things that are a constant are my children.
Wow, that's good.
Needing to get ready for school.
Mm-hmm.
So I have there's like the ultimate routine, like the best thing that I get up, I make breakfast, I make lunches for the children. I make sure they have checklists as well. Unfortunately, I have passed on my affliction to my children, so they have various checklists and things. They're so much better than me. Like I look at them like that's what I need to achieve because it's just started earlier. Whereas I've had years and years and years of bad behavior, whereas they have a neurotypical mother keeping them in track, and they can look at me and be like, well, this is an example of what not to do.
Wow, like a full
genuinely
scale.
Yeah,
and they can be like from useful to fun.
Yeah,
where would they like to be on here?
They genuinely look at me and be like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to not remember what I walked into a room for, or
can I just say that there are people who don't want to be anything like their parents because their parents are legitimate pieces of shit, whereas you're just a bit forgetful and chaotic, but you're not neglectful and you're very loving.
No, they're not. I mean, this is. It feels so hard to say this, but they love me. They definitely love me. The kids love me, and they love. We have a lot of fun and things, but I think they are also very aware that I barely function. And
it's good that they know.
Yeah, they know. And
I obviously don't want to put your children into the limelight at all, but it'd be really funny to interview them and be like, when did you realize that your dad was completely incapable of functioning as a human being?
I think maybe from like day one they could was like they could see how their mum
what was your child's first word? Incapable, which is several syllables. Some people are like bus or crane, and you're like, anyway.
It's really, I don't know. Yeah, it's really like difficult to because Alison's a childminder, so we know lots of different families. Like we know lots of different parents, and then we have our friends that have become parents, and then we have like. I don't know if you know about like NCT classes where you learn how to be a parent before you have
like a car park, isn't it?
Yeah, and so we know couples from that and stuff. And there's still so much sexism in relationships. Like there's still so much where the majority of the responsibility is on the woman, and the man is kind of given free reign. And like also, I'm getting to the age where a lot of our friends are getting divorced as well. And I'm like, I constantly feel on the precipice of it. And I constantly like say to my wife, you don't have to stay in this. Like no one would blame you
No,
Yeah,
Sunjay.
I'm like, no one would blame you for choosing an easier life. Yeah,
You're far too lovable.
Just a real thing. Yes,
The thing I will
But-
say about the gender roles in marriage is, and I think it's quite useful, this where like social media has helped, is I think it's really funny when people are like, well, that's just a typical man thing, or that's just a typical woman thing. And it's usually just representative of the person in their life and that gender.
Yeah.
I've literally seen stuff where it's like, you know, when your husband is like trying to fall asleep and you're awake at night going, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, that's the complete opposite of what it is in my relationship.
Yeah.
And I've seen like, I remember like hanging out with somebody I work with, and she was just like, why can't men just say what they want? Like, why are they playing hard to get? And I'm like, that is what a lot of people would say is typical of, and it's just like, it's not necessarily a completely gendered thing. It's just who that is in their life, and they're just, and they'll find ways to clarify it.
I think if you look at our day-to-day, how we do things from an outside point of view, it looks quite sexist. It looks like like a typical like misogynist man. Sure. I hear them say, like, I've had conversations with people where they have almost like dads have almost openly said they're trying to get away with stuff or whatever, which I hate so much. Whereas like I really want people to know, like, this inequality in our relationship is not sexism, it's my incompetency. Like, I try so hard
but also you are bringing more than you would ever admit you would, because you were finding it hard to struggle to admit that your kids love you, and also you are, any kind of criticism of that is just validating your worst fears about yourself, and therefore you're like, oh yeah, no, that is true, whereas you are bringing more to it than that.
There's some stuff. There's stuff.
Anyway,
other people choose if they want to hang around with me. My wife chooses if she wants to stay. I think there's love there or something. I think she loves me, or I don't know, something. I've never thought about it too much, but there's something there.
The incredible Ahir Shah is coming to Chops Comedy in Bedminster, Sunday, 14th of September. You will have seen Ahir Shah on Netflix, QI, Live at the Apollo, Have I Got News for You, Jurassic World Dominion, and he won the Edinburgh Comedy Award for Best Show at the Fringe in 2023. Ahir will be performing 2 previews of his new tour show at Bar 57 in Bedminster, a 6 p.m. early show and an 8 p.m. late show. Tickets available via Head First.
Okay, well, Sunjay, you have established with me prior to this recording that you are an expert on the Legend of Zelda games.
Yes, absolute expert. I know absolutely everything. There is nothing you can say to undermine me, topple me from my top position as world expert on the Zelda franchise.
That's good.
I believe it's exclusively Nintendo, I believe. Unless
which Zelda games have you played?
I've played a lot of them, actually, but I started with the old N64 Ocarina of Time. Blew my mind. There were many before that, but then that one, and then I played a lot of the like DS and Game Boy ones, which are very similar to the original old Zelda top-scrolling, top-down games. So I get what it's from, but the 3D ones are my jam.
Oh, like, nice. The first one you had was Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, and then like Tears of the Kingdom is the latest one, which is.
Let's say, have you played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
And as somebody who was kind of in that, there's a huge contention between the kind of people who love Ocarina, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, those 3D ones, Twilight Princess, and they don't like Breath of the Wild because it's not the same. Because they're like, Zelda should be, you go into a dungeon, you get an item through a puzzle, and that item helps you defeat that boss. And then Breath of the Wild is like going back to the original roots of like exploration.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild was very different, and it was a bit of an adjustment because I was expecting. I can't remember what the last one I played before it was. I think it might have been Skyward Sword or something like that, which also was quite different to the Twilight Princess before that. I think, which I really, really enjoyed that one. But
Oh,
I
did
think
you?
there were, I think it was
It's not
maybe,
reviewed very well.
I think it wasn't as popular maybe because of, I can't remember what console it was.
Wii U, maybe?
Oh, it was the Wii. Oh, maybe it was
Like,
a Wii U.
console, like the motion controls. And
Yeah,
all
it
that.
was really, I think a lot of people said it was gimmicky, but I quite enjoyed the motion controls.
Do you like
on that.
novelty?
Of course. Very much.
But
So it
you
was
did
a bit,
do Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
yeah. And Breath of the Wild was a bit of an adjustment because it is very different to all the other games. And so I think I was expecting more dungeon stuff. But the exploration aspect was just so good. It didn't bother me.
Yeah.
much.
I've actually found that I didn't get all the way through Tears of the Kingdom because I loved Breath of the Wild so much, because the story basically is you wake up and you have to go defeat that boss over there. You could go do it immediately, but the story of the game is you exploring and like getting stronger and getting more items to help you defeat the end boss. Whereas Tears of the Kingdom has more of a like, oh no, this is happening. Oh no, this is happening. And there's a lot more of that kind of old school, like you have to go here to unlock this to get this, which I didn't like as much. I like the fact that I don't really like open world games because there's a lot more of like, well, you can go explore everywhere, but also you've got to go here first and speak to this person before you can go do that.
I think one of the things about Tears of the Kingdom, which made me enjoy it so much and not find that a problem, was I played that with my children. So both my son and daughter were so engrossed in the story, and I'd only ever do the story with them. So we played through the whole story like half an hour at a time, whatever. And then when they weren't there, or like, because I quite often play games when I get back from gigging, because you just can't go straight to sleep, I would just explore and I wouldn't do any story. So I got to enjoy those two aspects, and I never found the story a hard slog because
that's good.
It's just so great.
I'm going to take the footage of you saying that you're an incapable father and put it next to the delightful story of you engaging with your children.
Yeah. Well, we have great time.
And I'll put it in a framed video frame next to a picture of me. There's a picture of me, and then there's a picture of you going. And then I made sure that my children were enjoying this, and we had a nice time together.
Wow. But I was so keen to progress the story. But I was like, well, I can't do it without them. So it made it even more rewarding when we did have that time to sit down and
I've heard that parents have that with, like, when they're reading a book with their kids, but they actually enjoy the book as well.
Yeah, certain books. Like I've recently read Lord of the Rings to my daughter. It took like 2 years. But I enjoyed that probably more than her, to be honest. But she did really enjoy it. She did, because after we finished each book, we watched the movie. Yeah, and like it was such a because we basically had to give up a whole day to watch the movie because each one was like 3 hours.
Did you watch the extended cuts or the normal?
I don't think we did actually. I'm trying to remember how we watched them. I think we watched them on DVD rather than on streaming or the extended things or anything. But it was so great at her commenting on the changes, like, where's Tom Bombadil? And
no, you're breeding nerds.
But she wasn't incensed about it. We had a conversation about why he wouldn't work. Yeah, it was great. She wasn't angry about it. It was just a genuine question.
Well, I feel like there's so many angry internet nerds
replaced with Arwen.
I feel like there's so many angry nerds who are like this as an adult who don't understand that things like a film and a TV are different. Whereas, so you've actually educated them. Again, wonderful parenting.
We were watching it and talking about why it's different. I was like, this is okay. This is fine. Yeah. That was wonderful.
Do you have a favorite Zelda game?
What have I enjoyed so much? I see, issues are with my memory again. So forever it would have been Ocarina of Time, because just the whole experience of playing that was another one. My brother is younger than me. He's like 4 years younger. So he has fond memories because he would sit and watch me play it. He wasn't allowed to play it because he's the younger brother. You sit there and I'll play this.
Right, yeah.
And he genuinely has really fond memories of watching it and us like solving puzzles together. And I have fond memories of like this bonding time with my brother. We didn't really get on at that age, but we did around this game.
Sure.
And then it was
I think it's underrated. Single player games playing with somebody sat next to you,
well,
even
it's
if
a
you're
whole
not passing
thing
the
now.
console, and you're figuring it out together.
Yeah, like Twitch streaming and everything. Like,
Mm.
yeah, it seemed so alien at the time, like that he wasn't getting to have a go, but he really enjoyed it. Whereas I was like, you can't play, I'm playing, but he still wanted to play.
I've seen videos of parents giving their kids an unplugged controller.
Yeah.
I think they're helping.
There's a very short amount of time that's okay before it becomes almost like not abusive, but the child is like, why are my inputs not doing anything? Like it's going to actually have an effect.
Again, wonderful.
It makes a funny meme.
That's true.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Do you have a least favorite Zelda game?
Oh, do I? Because they're all the cel-shaded one, the Windwalker one.
Wind Waker,
Wind Waker, yeah. I think I was like initially I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like this, but you were waiting years for the next Zelda game.
Sure.
I think I've played everything. You know what I never played all the way through, which is really shocking for an actual Zelda fan, is Majora's Mask.
Okay.
Because I just never got it. It was too expensive. Like when I was a kid.
When you was younger, yeah.
I didn't have it when I was a kid. I have played it since, but I've never had the time to commit to playing the whole thing. I think I had the what's it called? When you have the subscription, like online subscription on the Switch, you get access to loads of games. So I was like, oh, I'll play through Majora's Mask, but it took me more than a year, and the subscription ran out. I was like, oh, can't be bothered to pay for it again.
That's how much you didn't get on with it. That you were.
Yeah. I did like it. I did like it,
but just not as much.
Not as much as it wasn't the same life experience. Just because of where I was in my life. That's all. I
was saying this the other day to somebody that because we was talking about like old school Final Fantasy games where people like I just didn't really get into it, and it's like when we were younger, games cost a lot, and it was your parents buying it for you, so you wouldn't be able to get it as quickly.
Yeah.
So having a big adventure was awesome because if you got a game and it was only like 8 hours long, then by the time you finished it, you're just sort of twiddling your thumbs or going into like the like bonus modes or what have you. Whereas if you've got a game that's like 30 hours, maybe more, that would take several years to complete. Whereas now, because of like backlogs of games, Steam sales, there's so much access to games that a longer game, people are like, how long is this? And you get partway through it and you're like, I kind of got my experience from it.
Yeah,
and I
you want to move on. Yeah.
This has got other stuff burning.
I really liked that time aspect in Majora's Mask, but it was exactly that. It was like, I don't want to commit any more time to this. Because that's the expansion.
Yeah.
But Tears of the Kingdom has bumped Ocarina out the way because of that experience with my kids. Replace my brother. Sorry, Stefan. That's my brother.
Oh, doxing your brother and replacing the love of your brother with your children.
Yeah.
I can understand how royalty works now because I'm always like, well, surely they've been around longer. And then it's suddenly like, nope, this goes to my child, not my...
This one's better. Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I made this. Do you have a favorite item or ability in Zelda ever?
Oh, you know what? I can't. So in the Ocarina of Time game, there was like a trading mission where you said how you don't like it. You talk to this guy and then talk to that guy, and then it was this thing where like you talk to someone, and they're like, I have this letter for so and so, and then you went and gave the letter, and like, I have some eggs for so and so, and then you take that, and they're like, I have a flower for blah blah blah, and it spanned the whole map, which was massive and mind-blowing at the time, and it was to get a sword. I think it was like maybe ogre blade or something. I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't the main master sword. It was just another sword, and I think I was just so proud of how much effort they put in to get it. And then I don't know if I'm remembering this wrong. I think the sword can break. If you use it too much, it would break, and then you'd have like a shard of the ogre blade or something. So it was quite funny. You'd put all that effort in
Oh
to just
god.
get this crap sword.
Before I-
Have I remembered that wrong? I really want to Google it.
Maybe. Before I ever owned a games console myself, I was at my friend's house and he was showing me Driver on the PlayStation.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember.
And we were taking it in turns to get to this place, and he was like, "We're going to find the best car in the game so you can drive it." And he put in most of the effort to get to where it is. I did a little bit, and then we finally got this car, and he handed me the controller really proudly and went, "I'm going to let you drive it first because you've never driven it before." And I just drove it straight into a wall, and he was so annoyed with me.
Totaled it straight away. Oh,
And as you say, it took like a while to get there, and then it's just like, oh, well, never mind.
Because some of those things, when you're a kid, they were genuine achievements.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. Whereas now I just would be annoyed at having to put that much time in. I'm like, I've got so many things to do.
Your parameters of what you know are available to you and what is more important than other things. I think when you're younger and on like the currency on the playground of like whether you've completed this or played this,
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
got this item.
yeah,
No,
I
you
got
never.
that. Yeah,
You
and
used
it's really hard to get,
Game Genie.
even if it's pointless.
He had an idea.
Check out And There You Go, the hot new single from Branching Audio. Available on Bandcamp and all music streaming platforms. For fans of down-tempo, chill-out, lo-fi, lemon jelly, bonobo and public service broadcasting. Taken from the forthcoming album Cassette Recollection, out September 5th.
Wonderful.
And There You Go by Branching Audio. It certainly is music.
Sunjay, as a Zelda expert, I am now going to quiz you on Zelda. I've written a theme tune.
Zelda quiz.
Theme tune.
Thank you. Question number 1. How many Zelda games are there?
No idea.
Guess?
Over 15. It's going to be like 34. 27.
It's 29. If you would have given you the point, but no.
I would have got a point for over 15.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be correct.
More than one.
There you go. What year was the first Zelda game released?
I don't know. 1992.
No, it's 1986 in Japan.
Oh, that
Legend of
early.
Zelda.
Wow, they're
on
the
the
old.
NES.
Yeah, there's one.
First
Ah,
game to have save.
15.
First ever game to have save functions. Ever. Did you
That's
know
what it
that?
was. No, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know that.
because all the games had like you could put in a password and it would take you back to where you were. But that was they had like an extra big chip
Oh,
in it.
yeah, I
and it-
remember that. I had because I used to play a game called Toe Jam and Earl, and it would give you those codes, and we had them all written down on a sheet. And then my brother and I, that's a game we played together, and
Nice.
then our cousin lost the piece of paper. It was devastating. We got to like level 30.
I feel like I'm getting a lot of trauma out of you today.
I forgive them.
Can you name the 2 creators of Legend of Zelda? I'll give you a point for each.
2 Japanese men.
Correct. Shigeru
Excellent.
Miyamoto and Takeshi Tezuka.
I know nothing. You know this that thing. Like I would never reveal to anyone or say to anyone, "Oh, I love this band" or "I love this music," because I instantly have questions. Like I can listen to a song on repeat for a month and not know the name of the song.
Yeah.
Like I don't take anything in other than this stimulus. So with the games, I love the games. I don't know who made them. I don't know when they came out. I don't know anything about them. Oh, apart from I am an expert.
Well, of course you're an expert.
Of
I
course.
do think that people have certain parameters to prove. People feel like you need to be able to prove that you love something with very odd parameters that aren't necessarily
linked.
Yeah, and that can go for video games, bands, or your wife.
Name 3 of their songs. I had no idea. The one that goes do do do.
Yeah,
do, do,
you can sing along to all of them, and you know that you love them, but it's just
play some of them on guitar, but don't know what it's called.
Question number 4: Is Ocarina of Time overrated?
No.
Oh, incorrect.
No
I'm
way.
sorry.
No, it's not
Sorry.
overrated. No, you're genuinely incorrect. You don't. I was there, David. I was there
Yeah.
at the time. It was
And I'm here now saying
mind-blowing.
that it's good,
No,
but there's a
no,
bit too much of like, I'd
it's
like to go up that mountain,
criminally-
please. Oh no, you need to get a letter to go up the mountain. Why?
It's criminal. That was the first. It was funny. That was the first time that had happened
Oh, is that a joke?
in
is
that
it?
way. Yeah, it's a joke because you get this. It's to get the sword that isn't even the main sword in the game, and then it breaks. Like
Yeah.
it's funny, and the whole experience is like, I think if you think of it as you have to go there to then go there to go there, is boring. But each
Yeah.
character was just this huge, created character with like a backstory and personality and everything just for that one quest. It was great.
Mm,
You've got the wrong take on it, I'm afraid.
okay.
I think it's criminally underrated because people don't
I
understand.
think the game that is
just
listed
how-
as the best game of all time by millions of people.
Yeah,
underrated.
it's underrated. It's underrated. Yeah, it
Okay.
shouldn't be best game of all time. It should be like best example of media ever.
Really?
Maybe not.
Better than all books, all paintings.
Everything.
Yeah. Any
It's
any
made-
song in the world is better.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time.
No question.
So like Jurassic Park.
Oh wait, there is a caveat
Yeah.
for me specifically, and my personal experience with that game. Yes. Yeah. Okay, I can understand how other people might not.
Oh, look at
But I
you
do.
discovering that other people exist and they have different opinions and feelings. Okay, and last question: what is the appropriate punishment for someone who calls Link Zelda?
I think them having to deal with someone correcting them. I think that's the appropriate punishment. Is listening to someone go, actually,
Think you're
Zelda's
fine.
the name of the princess. She has just got her own game, which the item with the magic wand, which I haven't played yet, and I really want to.
Well, I hope you get to. That's amazing. You got 3 points out of 6 there. So well done.
Do I
Sunjay.
get to keep my expert status?
Sure.
Oh, thanks.
That was
I'll add
the
it to my CV.
Zelda quiz.
Zelda quiz.
Add that on my
Where
CV.
can we find you online, Sunjay?
You can find me in all the normal social media places. I think I'm on everything. All the same handle at Sanj Smash. I put up content when I remember to. Working on a gravity belt. I'm working on making a schedule to keep putting stuff up. But generally, let's go.
Well, there's some
Put
novelty.
anything up in a while. Yeah, I haven't put anything up in a while. I can do this clip and just chuck something up. But I'll get better at that
Nice.
as more people respond to it, I guess.
Do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, the project, my podcast. I got a podcast. Who hasn't? My podcast is called How Obsessed Are You, which I record with another comedian called Hetty Austin, and we moved to a guest format now. And it is basically an ADHD podcast we didn't realize, where we talk about how many different hobbies we try out and the novelty of a new hobby, I guess. And it's a fun listen. I don't know how to promote myself, but
No, you're doing great. I like
Yeah.
the fact that you said we didn't realize it was an ADHD podcast. I didn't realize
No.
that this was an ADHD podcast.
yeah,
but
people had to tell us. But it's good fun.
Um,
We talk about a lot of stuff. What was the last episode on? Ventriloquism. We had ventriloquist Max Fulham on, talking
Max
about
is great.
puppets. That was fun. And the next one is about pigeons with another comedian, Shannon G.
Nah.
Check her out. What a lot of your listeners in Bristol and being a Bristol racist, or just
I don't
all
know.
over?
This
Oh,
is
you don't
literally
know
the
what
first
they'll be.
one, so I don't know yet. There
Ah.
might be.
Well, if they
everywhere.
are Bristol people, when is this going to go out? Just because I'm going to be in Bristol on Monday, I don't know if it's worth saying.
This Monday. It's not going to
This
be out
Monday.
by then.
Well, I was in Bristol with Shannon.
If I get this out by Monday, go see Sunjay. Where?
Yeah. Smoke Joke and Mirrors. It'll be
Great.
me and Shannon going to be there.
Nice. And finally, can you give me a song title and I'll try and write a song about it?
What? Just any title?
Yeah.
What were those kind of quests called? That's the title. What were those kind of quests called? But what were they called? Where you had the fetch and carry quests?
Those kinds of quests are called boring quests.
Sunjai Arif, thank you for waking up with a whore.
Thank you for being my whore.
Sure.
Thank you so much to Sunjai for appearing on this episode. If you want to find him online, he's at SanjSmash on all the social media, and sunjaiarif.com is his website. My aim for this podcast is to have Mondays be a guest episode where I interview a comedian or maybe a musician, I don't know, somebody else creative potentially, about their morning routine. And then Tuesday to Friday, I give you little shorter bursts of morning encouragement, as well as some other fun, silly nonsense, maybe some songs, tell my dog some one-liner jokes. I don't know, stuff like that. I hope that today you do the bare minimum, eat 3 meals, get some movement in, and tell the people in your life that you love them. I'll see you next time. Thank you for waking up with a whore.
Try and have an adequate day. Meet your basic needs and don't be a dick.